Hi, I'm Frank Spadone. You're watching Jake Out Loud.
I'm Jake Lawrence. This is Jake Out Loud, downtown Montreal, and we're talking to comedian, actor as well.
Yeah.
Comedian, actor Frank Spadone. Frank.
How's it going, Jake?
Good. Thanks for coming by, or we're coming by to see at the hotel.
Thanks for coming to visit me.
Yeah, it's beautiful out. Let's just roll with what we were talking about. Really, we should have the cameras rolling for half an hour.
Yeah, we should have had them going, yeah.
During the pandemic, and we were talking a little bit about that. Comedians, actors, and especially musicians are doing everything streaming online. What have you been doing the last few months, really, to occupy yourself?
You know what? Because we all like to, we're artists and we like to express, and when we're not expressing, we're holding it in, right?
Yeah,
and,
that's it.
Especially, I'm fairly busy doing what I do, and it's tough. And you want to feel like you're also contributing to the family, and there's no work out there. So just to at least get that out, get that creativeness out, some clips. I've taken some of my old bits, like audio, and put some video to them, which that's a lot of fun. Takes some time. I'm getting the family involved. My son plays me in a couple of those clips, and I play my dad. When it has to do with those family ones. Yeah.
With the numbers for the lotto.
Yeah, and the thing. Yeah.
God, that was funny.
Yeah. So I've been doing stuff like that. At the same time, it's nice to have a bit of a break and spend time with the family and make sure we're safe. And another thing I'm doing, which has been a lot of fun, is me and my buddy Angelo Tsaroukas, we go on live on Instagram. At first, we were going on every night from 7 to 8.
Yeah.
Almost like our own little talk show, but we couldn't have guests because Instagram only allows 2. So he was in LA, I'm in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And we do that, and we see people's comments and we answer, but we've kind of dropped it down to twice a week because there's really nothing to talk about. There's no
5
sports.
nights a week. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, it was 5. We dropped it to 2. So and it's keeping us out there. It's keeping us on Instagram.
That's a good idea. You get a lot of followers on that.
You know what?
It's hard to build an audience.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's all good as long as you're out there. It's keeping you out there. We try to be funny, and there's some nights that, with this pandemic, and I'm sure a lot of the viewers will understand and have probably gone through this, is you just wake up some days angry or frustrated because we've been cooped up. And there's no rhyme or reason. I'm like, man, I'm irritated today, and I don't know why. So some of those talks with Ange, he's in LA. He's been cooped up more than we are.
And it's gotten worse there lately.
Yeah, and it's gotten worse. And I could hear the frustration in his voice sometimes. And it's actually funny though. He lets off steam, and I have too. And that's all. You try to stay out there, right?
Yeah.
It's always tough to build an audience. I find the clips are always the best. People want to laugh right now, so.
Well, exactly. I mean, so some of the talks you had at Angelo were serious then, I guess.
There were a few.
But it gives people maybe an insight that, even us guys
we're
sometimes.
Human too, right? Yeah, and if we're going through it, so are you kind of thing. So, some people said, wow, I thought it was just me feeling angry. They leave us messages, and it's like, no, we go through it too. Right?
Yeah.
And that's where the comedy comes from, right? Like, whatever pissed you off today could be a joke tomorrow. So it might take some time though once the anger dissipates, right?
Yeah. Well, plus young comedians come up and I don't know how to write or what to write. I said, write what you know. And if it's an example of what you just said, that anger.
Yeah.
Turn it around.
Right? And that's the thing. It comes from a real place. Take that anger, like you said, turn it around and make it funny, because if you've experienced it, there's a good chance other people have.
That's right.
This is the fine line with comedy. You want to be original, right? You want to be original enough, maybe in your character and your delivery, and even in your material, but you have to be relatable enough, which is weird. You want to be original, but you got to talk about stuff that other people have gone through as well.
That's right.
If it's too unique to you and no one's gone through it, no one's going to relate to it.
No, and it might not work.
Yeah, and it might not
It ain't gonna work
unless
out,
you can paint that picture. But that's comedy. That's what's tough about comedy. People think it's getting on stage. It's finding the stories and talking. The stage stuff you can work on and get comfortable, for sure.
Oh yeah, it's a constant thing. So there the what we're going through now, and my wife looks at me and says, "Stand-up's dead." She's kind of happy that you're not going to go out
really?
anymore Saturday. Sorry, dear. Where do you see it here? Where do you see it bouncing back, or do you? I mean, we all hope it does as entertainment as a whole. I mean, the movie Mulan, for example, got delayed another year. Avatar 2 delayed for 2 more years. You know.
Yeah.
Stand up. How does that fit in? Where are we going with that?
You know, it all. Oh man. It depends on the numbers, and if this thing passes through. Look, 100 years ago, the Spanish flu was around, and after that, we've had Olympics, we've had flights everywhere, we've had sporting events, World Cups, travel, business travel. It's gonna come back. We're gonna keep some of those habits of probably wearing masks when we travel and stuff. It might take some time, but I think eventually we'll be back in stadiums and we'll be back in comedy clubs. Whether it's a vaccine, which some people have a problem with that too, because of all the conspiracy theories.
They figure 40% won't take it.
Yeah, and there's that whole issue, right?
Yeah.
I think we will be back. That's why I'm here today.
Yeah.
I'm here with you doing this, but I'm also in Montreal to do
a show tonight.
To do the Just for Laughs outdoor show, drive-in show. We're experimenting because if this is the normal for now, we're trying to see what works. So
and tweak it as you go along.
And that's the thing, and it's hard, right? Because as a comic, and even as an established comic, well, it doesn't matter whether you're new or you've been doing this for 20 years. It's you don't want to be put in a bad position, like where you look bad. So, I know people tonight are coming with an open mind. Yeah, for sure. I hope they do.
Yeah. No, I think they are because, hey, it's entertainment. And if that's how I got to go see my entertainment tonight, and it's something different, let's do it.
And at least it's something, right?
That's
and at least it's something. Yeah. And even for us comics, like to go out, like I'm excited to get on stage and have that mic in my hand again. Yeah. But you want it to go well. So I hope we get back soon. I hopefully a year from now, we're sitting here, Jake,
doing this
laughing.
again.
Remember last year when we were washing our hands and cleaning the mic, and I think we'll still do that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I know it is to stay, but I think of it because you know what? One doctor on TV put it the other day. He says it's not social distancing, it's physical distancing. He says the social is still there.
Yes.
And this is what's unnatural. A lot of people, as we see these people across the street wearing a mask, it's not normal for human beings to do that.
No, it's
not.
And maybe Mother Nature knows that, and maybe every 100 years,
gotta clean up the mess.
Because as human beings, we're not doing a great job keeping this place clean, and there's a lot of us.
Too many. We're parasites on this planet.
And that's the thing. If you think about who's depleting the earth of everything the most, I think it's humans, right? I think we got to take care of this globe that we're living on.
And if we don't, she'll fix it.
She'll fix it. God,
she'll still be around for another billion years.
You know what's funny? Before all this happened, I actually wrote a joke, and I tried it out a couple times, and I was still working on it, but now I can't. And I said, man, you think if God showed up one day, whoever he is, God, Jesus, Allah, Sylvester Stallone, whoever, well, he's here now. But, if he were to show up, would he be happy with what we did? It's when your parent, when my dad, he had to do something once. It was like he was a carpenter, so he had to do a big job in Montreal, ironically.
So he was gone for a while.
He was gone, and when he came back, I'm like, I was supposed to water his tomatoes, I was supposed to cut the grass, I was supposed to take care of everything and throw the garbage out.
And you didn't do it.
And I went hiding under my bed, and that was the analogy.
That's a perfect one.
That was the analogy I took, right? Like, I'm like, if he were to show up right now,
he's going to go, what the fuck?
He or she, would he be like, what'd you do to my place? You look at this place, you've dirtied it. You guys are fighting all the time. Yeah. Can you get along? I made you all different so you can be unique, and you're fighting about that. And what's that big glob of plastic out in the Pacific Ocean? you ruined my house.
Yeah.
Get out, and maybe that's kind of what's happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it's unfortunate because, a lot of the older people are passing away, and
That's right.
thank God as a parent, the young kids, it hasn't affected them, but I got to watch out for me. I want them to have a parent.
Well, that's right.
So, and I have a mom that's older. It's crazy times, but and I when is it? These jokes. I'm sure there'll be more pandemic jokes coming out when we can get on stage. But when stuff like this happens, again, the comedy tragedy. Not that we're going to make fun of the virus itself, but just what we went through. I think is more the experience of it.
And it's there's some fun ones you can do now. We've all seen them on the internet that are cute.
Yeah.
You take it. It's.
Well, that's the great thing about social media and all that. If someone has an idea and they could, it's easier nowadays to put an idea out there or a meme or a short video. I even did something to do with the toilet paper, and if you run out of toilet paper, there's lots of things out there, and I did it with my Italian.
That's a good idea.
And I had sandpaper. I had I had so much gift wrap paper because my wife buys it on sale all the time. I got all this gift. It's like a holiday every time you wipe your butt, right?
Well, I did one, and I actually came back from the bank because I wear a bandana sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a hoodie, dark glasses, and I did a video, and I went like this. So I said, just came back from the bank. 6 months ago, I would have been arrested.
Yeah. Funny how things change, right?
Yeah.
And it was uncomfortable to wear a mask at first.
Yeah, it still is a bit.
But that first time wearing it and going places, and I'm a big guy, and I'm like, are they going to be afraid of me? Am I going to, in Florida, they shame people for wearing masks.
Yeah, that's right.
Take that off, and it's so bizarre. But, and then being Italian and some of the other Italians, I don't know if some other parts, like the Calabrese, I don't know if you guys go through this, Frank, but to tell someone, Italians almost use go wear a mask as an insult.
Yeah.
When you don't like someone, the Italians will say, and my dialect is from Bari, they're like, va mettere la maschera in faccia, which means go put a mask on your face. You're basically telling someone they're ugly, right?
Yeah.
When someone is bothering you or something, you say, get out of here, go put a mask on your face. So it's kind of weird for Italians, like, go wear a mask. What are you trying to say? Oh, I'm just blabbing around. I'm just blabbing.
That
AJ.
changes dating. The first single, you bring someone home and take the mask off and go, whoa.
Yeah.
But you save on mouthwash and deodorant and lipstick.
Should I be drinking that instead?
Yeah. Well, it
Yes.
doesn't matter.
Okay, hang on. Let's get a shot of
Why don't you
that.
both take it?
Oh, okay. Without me dropping it.
It is sparkling, so if you shake it,
Voss
No,
water.
you know what? Maybe because it's a little, like you said, if it's a bit warm. Yeah.
whoa.
You always
The
shake
heat,
one.
the heat.
It's warmer, so it's
Do
expanding.
you want a glass with ice?
Nah, it's good.
No. Voss
You got
water.
the- what's the
Cheers,
loop
buddy.
of it?
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud.
Ooh, that's nice.
Very good.
It's like the champagne of water.